So I've been covering Shiba Inu for a very long period of time. I think it was one of the first coins I ever talked about. So we're talking all the way back on July 25th of 2022. And since that time, we've learned a lot about Shiba Inu, and we have seen actually Shiba Inu get very comfortable in certain ranges. And what Shib just did was it just got back to a range of comfort. And what people need to know is the longer time it spends in these comfort zones, the more explosive the moves out of them become. And so what I want to talk about is where Shib may in fact be headed in the not so distant future. So if you guys are new or haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that bell again. It's free to do. It'll keep you updated anytime there's new content live here on the channel. Obviously yesterday was quite the wild ride. If you guys missed my Shib video from yesterday, you should definitely check it out. But very exciting to see Shib actually go up and test this long-term trend line. Very exciting sign. We're still obviously fighting that 20-day moving average like I talked about. And actually a close above here I think would be a very good sign for Shib. I'd love to see us slowly but surely kind of work around in these ranges. You know, we really want to see Ethereum get back on a good note here. Yes, it's gotten back within trend. This is a nice spot to be, but we do need to see it start to make some moves to the upside. We need to see ETH start to break out. Like I talked about in my ADA video earlier today, great setup for the week because we do have an upside CME gap, meaning that BTC might start to get a little lively and actually create a little bit of excitement across memes in general. What I find is very interesting is, you know, most of these memes here are seeing a green 24 hours. So we are in fact starting to see things heat up just a little bit. Now, what I will say is that Shib has gotten back into a comfort zone. And what I mean by that is Shib gets very comfortable basically between 4013 and 4014. If you guys don't believe me, take a look back here at last summer. What we saw was Shiba Inu basically range in this zone from all the way for about a month and a half. Now, I'm not saying it's going to be a month and a half in this range once again, but when Shib does get in the zone, just know that we might get a little bouncy in here. We might actually kind of putz around and spend a little time in this range. But when Shib does in fact try to make its breakout, you have to watch 4016. That is where Shib is going to try to retest. And when it does finally break past that range, that is where Shib is ready to go. All right. Now, this isn't a guarantee or financial advice or anything like that. And again, this could happen in a day. It could be a week. It could be a month. Nobody knows for sure. What we need to continue seeing is, again, Ethereum showing strength. We need to see sentiment start to return to the more positive side of things. Okay. And in fact, we don't necessarily need it yet, but for some of these more sustainable pumps, we do in fact need that adoption to resume. That's where the big pause button has been currently. All right. Now, that being said, what is present for Shiba Inu? What has changed from this point back here? Things I keep talking about time and time again. We have a larger holder base over here than we did back here. We have more conviction. We have whales with larger supplies. We have less supply to the upside. There's a lot less resistance that Shib is actually fighting on the way up, meaning that, you know, if it makes a run at 4016, it may not stop there. It may actually run up to 4017, 4018 before seeing a little bit of a pullback. And again, nobody knows for sure where this is going to be or where the momentum might stop, but these are some of the things that people need to start thinking about. You have to start thinking about what kind of time frame we're in too, right? March, April, May tends to be a very exciting time for the crypto market. People are about to start getting their tax return money back, right? There's a lot of things that right here can in fact be very beneficial for Shiba Inu. And all we need to start seeing is just the right set of circumstances just continuing to snowball, right? A lot of times what we've been seeing as of late is just a pop here, a pop there, a piece of good news here, a piece of good news there. And it hasn't been enough to really bring the people back. What we really need to start seeing again is a lot of that capital that's in the space start to get confident enough to begin re-entering the market. All right. What I would really watch is actually this 5% USDT dominance line. That's going to be a very big spot, I think, but really right around 4.5%. We're probably looking very good for Shib. We're looking good for the market in general. And what I will say here, guys, is that we are in fact starting to see, I hope I didn't lose it. What we're actually starting to see here is a lot of minting in terms of stables. We just saw, I can't find it. Whoa, geez. I saw another 200, shouldn't scroll, I guess. I saw another $250 million worth of USDC actually minted. So these stables being minted are a very good sign for the market. All right. It means that there is a lot of new liquidity entering the space, or they're at least prepping for not a lot of new liquidity to enter the space. We actually saw this, I believe, last week. We've seen this in weeks prior to. So what they're prepping for is the big boom. They're prepping for the big, alt season takeoff, like I talked about earlier in my ADA video. So everything is aligning just perfectly, and we just need to obviously give it time for it to work itself out. But this might be the start of a much bigger correction back to higher prices in terms of SHIB. And I want to hear your guys' thoughts. Where do you think we're headed from here? But have a great day. Show your love below. Let me know your thoughts. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care.